Hello everyone, Vitaly is here. Welcome back to another episode of today's in Crypto Show. And guys, nothing has really changed in the last several weeks as the sentiment is so low, the market is fearful, the tariffs are still going on, the plan of Donald Trump to crash the market and lower the interest rate, all of this is still intact as we're seeing Bitcoin is trading around $82,000. And the question is, are we in a bull market? Is this the biggest trap, the bear trap that we have ever seen? Or are we actually going to head lower as the stock market is crashing, Japanese stock market is crashing, and everything is crashing besides gold. Gold is pumping. What is in store for us in April as we finish one of the worst quarters in the history for crypto that is finished today on March 31st. So let's dive right into it. I'm going to share my thoughts on where the market is going next and whether or not you should be panicking or actually buying more. So you see Bitcoin is trading around $82,500. Overall, if you look at the last 3 months, it's been a correction. For Bitcoin, for altcoins, it's been much more brutal. As you can see over here on this chart, it's not pretty at all. We are finishing this quarter with a massive bearish engulfing candle on the crypto total market cap, excluding Bitcoin, which is performed very, very poorly and came back again to retest this long trend line, which we broke as this resistance back in November 2024 and now came back to retesting it. We see the stock market that got rejected from 200-day moving average, then came back, retested and rejected it again. So what's going on in the market? Well, the big thing is everything that is happening with these tariffs and the escalation of the trade war. The uncertainty right now in the market is crazy. The volatility is crazy. S&P 500 is down 10.5% in 6 weeks in correction territory, erasing $3 trillion in the last 4 trading days. A lot of tariffs are more coming on what's called a Liberation Day on April the 2nd. Basically, it's affecting all the markets. It's affecting Japan, Asia, Mexico, China, you name it. It's affecting everything. He also threatened 25 and 50 to 50% tariffs on Russian oil, raising the prices on automobiles, on all kinds of parts. And it's a similar environment that we've seen in December 2018. There was a tariffs wars, escalations, the prices of the markets went down. Bitcoin was trading, to remind you, around $4,000 at the time. And then we see a pivot in Federal Reserve. We're seeing interest rates actually went down. We're seeing more money printing going on, like the total money supply has been increasing, just Bitcoin not been following suit. And we're living in a very uncertain. See, the U.S. economic policy uncertainty index is hitting pretty high levels. And what I am thinking about all of this situation is that Trump is not going to let the market to absolutely collapse into recession, as many people are starting to be afraid of. Recession is when we go 20% down in correction more in the stock market. That's a recession, and nobody wants a recession. Trump doesn't want a recession. He just wants to have enough pain that the Federal Reserve is going to lower the interest rate so that they can refinance the U.S. deficit debt at a lower percentage interest rate to be more sustainable for U.S. economy. That's what he wants to do, spooking the market with the tariffs, and it's working. The stock market is crashing. Meanwhile, MicroStrategy keeps buying more Bitcoin. They just bought 22,000 more Bitcoin, around $2 billion, and they now hold more than $44 billion, over 528,000 Bitcoins, and it is quite concerning. It's quite concerning that in one entity, one company is holding so much Bitcoin, 2.5% of Bitcoin supply. What if they continue in this space? They're gonna be like 5 or 7% of the Bitcoin supply. It's quite concerning that one entity is holding so much Bitcoin. So we're seeing the companies are buying. We're seeing for the most part, for many days in a row now, there's positive Bitcoin ETF flows. So it's accumulation phase. We're seeing Federal Chair Jerome Powell says banks are perfectly able to serve crypto customers. So a lot of this can affect as the banks start to custody crypto and serve basically all the needs of all the people who are banking with crypto. So that's a good thing. We need to hold this 50 exponential moving average like we held back then in 2023, like in 2024. We're in a similar position right now, similar situation. And BlackRock just said Bitcoin will be the next reserve currency. Basically, if you look at this recent, just came out report from BlackRock, the annual report. If the U.S. doesn't get its debt under control, if deficit keeps ballooning, America risks losing that position to digital assets like Bitcoin. That is what is there. Bitcoin. BlackRock is very, very bullish on Bitcoin. And we can see that USA may be accepting this bill of buying 1 million Bitcoin. 1 million over the course of years, of course, but 1 million Bitcoin. It's crazy. It's crazy. How much Bitcoin is going to be worse if USA is going to be buying 1 million Bitcoin? It's crazy. The fear is around 34 right now. So it's not a time to panic. I think in a similar environment like we've seen in 2018, this tariffs news is mostly already priced in. We're going to see injections of capital, lowering the interest rates, cutting the interest rates, and the economic tightening of Federal Reserve is going to end. And then we're going to get into expansion in the next phase of the crypto cycle, because none of the top indicators has hit for the top for Bitcoin. None of them. We're seeing the best bullish for crypto regulation environment in USA. So I do not see how this is gonna go right now into a bear market territory. Yes, it's scary right now. It's scary. Everything is falling apart from gold. But I think we are somewhere near the bottom right now. If we're gonna have another flash to the downside, even if Bitcoin is gonna go to 70K and not stay there, just gonna flash crash there and then rebound and continue moving higher, we're still gonna be in a bull market territory. Still, only if Bitcoin is gonna go down to 72K, not rebound, stay there, and then continue going down, that's gonna be bad. We're at that point, it's gonna be a bear market, but we are not there. Everything is showing us that the situation is temporary, and we just need to be more patient. With crypto, with Bitcoin, we're gonna go up. So that's my take on it. Stay alive, and I will see you in the next episodes of Today in Crypto Show.